What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Marks, and my God, it has finally happened. Newcastle United have finally announced one of the biggest signings for us going forward as a club under this brand new ownership, and it is, of course, the announcement of Dan Ashworth to Newcastle United. There was rumours that he was going to be the new sporting director under this new ownership, and he is here. He is finally announced as the new Newcastle United sporting director after what looked like, Brighton would be pretty much playing hardball because they wanted 5 million to get him out of his gardening leave, and it looks like there has been an agreement between the two clubs, and he is going to be able to take over with immediate effect. That means, as I speak right now, Dan Ashworth is somewhere, thinking up who's going to join Newcastle United, making up the plans. He was probably already making them anyway on the gardening leave, but you didn't hear that on this channel. But looking at Dan Ashworth is a man, in sport. He is a very highly respected guy in sport. I mean, literally looking at his career, once he retired from football, he did decide that he wanted to continue in football, and he was appointed the academy director at Peterborough United in 2000. In 2001, he went on to become a Centre of Excellence director at Cambridge United until, of course, March of 2004, when he moved to West Brom to be the assistant youth manager to Aidy Boothroyd. Of course, after Aidy Boothroyd's departure from, of course, West Brom in the July of that year, he took over as the youth team manager until, of course, he was promoted to the club's sporting director and technical director in December of 2007. So he's responsible, for what West Brom were doing at that point in time. He's also responsible for his main accomplishment, which was on the 17th of September 2012, when Dan Ashworth was appointed as the FA Director of Elite Development. Now, this is a massive guy in, shaping the modern England setup. I mean, he is one of the creators of the England DNA. He's pretty much the main creator of that England DNA, an elite player development plan which aims to help create winning senior teams in the men's and the women's game as well. So he will work for the women's side of things as well, and he will help, the Newcastle United women as well get to a high level and get to them expectations that Amanda Staveley has set out for the women's side of the Newcastle United as well. In August of 2018, he was reported that he was on the shortlist for Man United as a candidate for their technical director. That didn't happen, of course, because they decided to go with somebody else. Their loss in September, of course, of 2018, it was announced that Dan Ashworth had resigned his role with the FA and would take up the post of technical director at the Premier League club Brighton Hove and Albion, of course, in spring of 2019. And then, of course, now, Newcastle have signed Dan Ashworth up as our sporting club director. In February of 2022, it was confirmed that Dan Ashworth, of course, had agreed to join Newcastle and take up the role, the post of course, the technical director of football at Newcastle United, which were finally announced it yesterday, 5:30, on the official Newcastle United Twitter account, that Dan Ashworth is Newcastle United's new club sporting director. So he's going to be responsible for shaping the future DNA of this brand new Newcastle United, heading into a very, very good era as well. It will be the 130th anniversary of the club next season, the season coming, of course, and it's going to be interesting to see, how we line up on that opening day after Dan Ashworth's had his way with, the books and been in there to have a word with Eddie Howe as well, because he's good friends with Eddie Howe. That is another reason, you know, we've brought him in. Eddie Howe has worked with Dan Ashworth in the past, and it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what happens here going forward. But massive news that we've finally signed Dan Ashworth to be the new club's sporting director, heading into this brand new era of Newcastle United. Till next time, remember, like, share, subscribe. Also watch out for another video on the channel today, where I'll be talking about some transfer news as well, so keep an eye out for that. And if you can, please hit a like on it, as it does of course support the channel, helps the channel to grow as well, and helps us to reach a wider audience and get the message out, of course, about all this great stuff happening at Newcastle United. And if you can as well, please do subscribe, as that does also help the channel to grow and does help to support the channel as well. Till next time, I'll see you all later. However, lads.